Good evening. Good evening. I have been working on these bows all day. My bag is almost empty. I still have a lot more to do, but we've got another beret sewed down. The leaves are a little wonky, but honestly, it's fine. I don't care. We gotta get the bow done. I do have this bow done, but this is the not as good bow, if that makes sense. I forgot to do 2 garter stitches at the end, but this one's done, and this is for my coworker if she still wants it. If not, then I'll figure something else out with it. I have 4 bows all sewed, and right now all I'm working on is getting the strawberries done. So we have 2 of these. I just finished closing up the holes at the top for here, and as I showed you guys earlier, we have all of these that need to be done. So I need to sew on the little tops, the little carrot tops, and then finish doing all the seeds on these, and then it should be done. But I am tired of working on this right now. It is so warm in this house, but also I did order a new mic. I didn't order everything that was on my list that I needed to order, but the mic I felt like is really important. After working on editing that whole entire 2-hour video, God, I don't want to work on another long video like that again, but I realize how important that mic is, so I'm going to take extra care of this mic. It's going to come in. I still haven't ordered a new pop socket. That's going to be something I wait on. I know it's like only $10, but another bill came out and took up basically my whole entire paycheck. So I'm going to just slowly order things instead of just bulk ordering everything. Yippee! We're getting somewhere. Morning. I am like having so much anxiety right now, and I think it's a borderline panic attack thing. Maybe not a panic attack. It will lead to a panic attack, which is actually like a meltdown. I can feel it coming. I haven't felt this way in a really long time, and I know it's mostly due to my schedule changing, and I'm gonna try my hardest to work through it. But I haven't seen my husband, and if you watched through that whole entire 2-hour vlog, bless you. But also, I talked a little bit about it. I haven't seen my husband on a day off in 2 weeks now, and this coming week I'm still not going to be able to see him. He has Tuesday off, but he's trying to switch Tuesday to Saturday so that we can both have Saturday off. I'm not having a good time, and I know this is all my fault, and that I could have just stayed on my regular schedule since I don't do very many markets. But also, anyways, I have my yarn packed over here. I have things packed. It's only a 6-hour shift, so hopefully I can make it through it. But my shift ends at 5 p.m. So we'll see how I'm feeling. If it's bad enough, I'm going to tell my leadership, first of all. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm on the verge of a panic attack. I'm not going to tell them exactly why. I think they know that I am autistic. At least one of them knows I'm autistic. And they for sure know I'm ADHD. So I'm sure somebody knows that I'm in the neurodiverse world. They might not know to the extent because I'm pretty normal passing, I guess, whatever that means. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Also, I have my mic at home. It came in this morning. I made sure to order that so that I could not have to edit my sound quality every single day. I don't know, somebody's coming. I'm gonna go into work. First of all, happy World Goth Day. I just remembered it was, well, I didn't remember. I was reminded that it was at work. But this is an old mic. Great news. I now have 4 mics and 1 receiver. Maybe I can figure out how to purchase another receiver just in case this one breaks, because like I don't want to buy a whole new mic set because it's really expensive, and that's just too much. Anyways, I got yarn in, so I guess I could show you guys that. Sorry if I sound terrible, but I'm just not in a good mood. I'm in a better mood than I was this morning, but it's not saying much. and I think I'm getting sick because I have a lot of coworkers who are sick. And also I just like mentally not doing well. I'm doing what I can to make it through this. Dear Lord, I'm not having a good time. Here is the Lion Brand package that I received. It's a big boy, and I remember talking about it in the last video. However, that video was 2 hours long, and if you didn't watch it, I don't blame you, because I don't think I would either. Alright, at the very top, we've got this lovely orange from True Boo. Very happy to have it back in my inventory. This is Tangerine. Very pretty orange. Much better than the other orange from Loops and Threads. I don't think I have that anymore because I tried my best to get rid of it. All gone. Bye-bye. Then, next three on top. Four, actually. The DIY glows. I was hoping that this would be thinner. Hold on, let me grab the other glow in the dark yarn. So this is definitely bigger skein because this one is 50 yards and this one is 78 yards. This is a chainette spun yarn. So it's not really like what I was wanting. I guess I could show you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in the mood to show you guys this, but I'll leave it on my desk for another day. In this vlog, I will show you guys. And the only reason why I'm in here filming this at all is because like I can't fall asleep and I really desperately just want to go to bed, but my brain won't let me. So I'm like, I gotta do what I can to keep my brain busy and I don't feel like crafting. We got this one. This is Pink Rose. This is Neon Green. This one's Lilac. And then we have Aqua. I will be 100% honest with you. I don't think this is something I'm going to purchase again in the future. I'm glad I purchased it now so I can look at it and see it with my own eyes because they don't have these in store. Of course they don't. So we'll try it out on some projects. It is a thicker yarn than this yarn. So it makes sense that it's a little bit bigger. And also, like I said, it's a chainette spun, so it's like it's knitted in small tubes around acrylic yarn. I think we'll do a little show and tell later and whatever, it's fine, it is what it is. All right, next we've got 6 skeins of True Boo in Mulberry. With this yarn I plan on making a new summer thing. Top, kind of crop top maybe. So let's compare it to the mahogany right here. Let me take it out of the bag. Well, since we're already up, might as well do a little try out with a UV light. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, first we're going to start with this one. This is the Super Glow. Ooh, I'm glowing. Nice, I didn't realize that UV reactive. So this is a Red Heart Super Glow. Ooh, pretty. You guys already seen it. Oh, did you guys see it? I don't know. That one's Red Heart, and you can see kind of like it reflecting on the ground on my sink right here. And then this is, what is it? This one's Lilac, I think? Aqua. So I have a feeling that they're all going to glow the same, like same colorway, but they're just going to look different under the UV. Yeah, they all look the same, but this one's Aqua. This one is Lilac. I don't know how much of a difference you guys can see of the color with the UV. You can kind of see it, right? Yep, all the same color. Then we've got 2 more over here. We've got Neon Green, and then we've got Pink Rose. I wish I had a better camera, but also I'm not spending money on all of that. Let me just hold them all in my hands because they're all the same color or same glow. So you can kind of see them glowing a little bit. Ooh, charging up, charging up. Well, the pink one kind of glows a different color. Hold on. I don't know if it's because I picked that one up last. Yeah, the pink one has a little bit more of a dull glow to it. And then this one and this one have the brightest glow. And I directly shine the UV light on this one. So these two are pretty neat. I think this one, oh, that one that just fell, I think that one's Lilac. And then this one's pink rose. So that's pretty interesting to know. A lot of glow in it. So it's like glowing on the inside too. I will say this one glows a little bit brighter. This is still the red heart, but like the inside doesn't have as much glow. Whereas this is kind of glowing on the inside still. So, well, let's go back to the room so we can compare the bamboo yarns. All right, back in the room, we were at Mulberry. This is the Mulberry from True, which I thought was going to be the same colorway as the True Sparkle. And I don't think, well, they're kind of close. This one's a little bit darker and it has sparkles in it. And I miss this yarn so much already. They're very, very close in color range. So this is going to be what I use as the base for my summer crochet top thing, because going to Rockville and wearing acrylic was not, it was a choice. It was definitely not a great choice, but it was definitely a choice. So I definitely want to make something that's more breathable and not as warm, because I'm going to be in Florida for quite a while. I know I will be. Comparing it to this one, this is Loops and Threads. So there's more sheen to this, I want to say. This one's a little bit darker, but these colors kind of go well together. And I'm kind of a fan, but I'm going to make a bamboo, oh, of course, it's bamboo. I'm going to make a bandana out of this one because I already pulled it out. I might as well. And then this one is Crimson, I believe. Cranberry. This is Cranberry. Yeah, definitely two different colors. Oh, comparing the oranges. This is Loose and Thread orange. This is all I have left. I don't believe I will be ever purchasing orange from the Loops and Threads bamboo yarn again, just because I have my preference on this one. And you can kind of see it in this camera. You can't tell very well, but this is lighter than this one. I really like the color of this one. This is more like a, I don't know, not blue, but like a deeper orange, if that makes sense. This is more like on the pastel side, and it's really not pastel at all, but it's closer to the lighter colors. I don't believe I want to start working on the crochet top yet. I also need to clean this desk off now that I've got this mess everywhere, but I don't want to do that either. So I'm just going to set this yarn to the side. I'm going to work on the bandana and then figure something out to keep my brain occupied, because boy, oh boy, does it really suck to have a very active brain right now. Good morning. I'm not turning on my PC right now because I really don't feel like it, but I am dressed so I can go to the post office and send out my second package from Etsy ever. Here's my outfit so far. So this is a romper, like 1940s beach wear thing that I made, and I never wear it, mostly because the straps were too tight. Well, the straps were perfect. However, it gave me a massive wedgie, and I hated that. And so I loosened the straps this morning because I'm like, I'm not selling it. Nobody's buying it because it's out of style. No surprise to anybody. It's out of style. Let me turn on my PC. Okay, sorry. I felt like I needed to turn the PC on. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this outfit is out of style. Nobody was purchasing it. They were looking at it and they're like, "Meh, it's a romper, whatever." So I decided to take out the sleeves, or take out the seam for the straps, because I did tighten it so that it wouldn't be loose. But now, like, you can see all my cleavage, and that's the reason why I tightened it. That wedgie, couldn't stand it. I really needed it for this outfit specifically, and I'll probably, maybe I'll wear it again because now I have this outfit. This top is a 1940s inspired bolero. So this portion is the 1940s bolero top. I don't remember. It's simplicity. And then these sleeves are from a 1940s dress pattern that I have that I need to repurchase because these sleeves are way too tight on me and I'm not having a good time. Let me show you guys everything that my patron purchased because I have it right here. So I pre-packaged it because I was like, I need to get it at least in the package now so that I don't have to like think about it in the morning, because I knew I was going to wake up early today. Not only because I knew my dog was going to wake me up, but also because I wanted to make sure I got out to either the post office or UPS earlier. Because this is somebody that I don't know, I met once and I don't have like a friendship with them, they're just a patron, I decided that I want to open a PO box. And I went through like multiple facets isn't the right word, but options of what I could do. USPS has a PO box, but it's significantly more than UPS. And I hate that I'm not directly supporting the US Postal Service because I hate what the government's doing to it right now. It should be a right to have the US Postal Service working. However, they're trying to privatize it, and that's as much as I'll say about that. But I just don't have the funds to afford the US Postal Service PO box. Once I do have the funds, then I'll probably switch over. But as of now, I can only afford about $15 a month, and even that's a lot for me. So, yeah, if I can keep this going, then maybe I'll be able to afford to change my PO box. Anyways, my patron purchased one of these from me, Star Dangle. So they already purchased one of these from me at the Fort Myers Oddities and Arts Market, and they had wished they had purchased more. Luckily, I had already had these stars all crocheted up, and so I just put them on my website, my Etsy, and I do have quite a bit more yarn, so I can make at least one more of these dangles. This is the True Blue Sparkle. R.I.P. You are definitely missed. But yeah, True Blue Sparkle. And this is going in the bag. Oop. And then she also purchased one of these heart dangles, which I can definitely get more of these. This yarn is the Loops and Threads in Cranberry. I have a ton of this yarn. She also purchased the Defrosting Skelly Shrug crochet pattern, and I messaged her late last night because I am mentally suffering. Right now, I'm better than I was yesterday, but yesterday was a really, really rough day, and I'm glad to be home. I messaged her to ask her if she crocheted because I was like, hey, kind of weird that you're buying these dangles from me if you already know how to crochet. And her question was about like, is it sizing? What is this? I'm like, oh, so this is actually just the crochet pattern. The title of it says Defrosting Skelly Shrug crochet pattern. And I totally understand where she's coming from purchasing it, because I know that's why I put the word pattern in my description, because it's just one of those, I know what's going to happen because she purchased that and she's not a crocheter, and because she's the one that like kind of pushed me to update my shop, which I will be continuing to update my shop as I get more stuff out. By the way, I'm almost done with the strawberry stuff. You guys already saw that in the beginning of the vlog, but I'm almost done with all the strawberry dangles, whatever. So once that's done, then I will be working on uploading that as soon as possible. But anyways, going back, I made her a little heart. Oh, that's from my lipstick swatch. This is actually like, okay, I use a lip tint and then I use tissue paper to like take the tint off after it's sat for a little bit, and then, or lip stain. And then I take eyeshadow and then I just dab it on top. And then I use lip gloss to dab that on top. And that's kind of how I get a lot of my colors done. Just a pro tip if you're trying to save money on makeup, because I sure as heck am. Although I am probably going by Ulta on my way home. It's not really on my way home, but I am out of eyeliner. And eyeliner is a very important part of my makeup looks. So I'm going to purchase eyeliner, and maybe hard maybe, I'll purchase more eyeshadow because I love eyeshadow so much. But that's neither here nor there. We put this little star or heart in there because it's like a little cutie, and I thought it'd be really cute for like, I don't know, maybe she can make her own keychain, or like she can clip it onto herself if she gets like a safety pin. I'm sure she'll find something creative with it. So I put this in here. And then I also have these little candies that I've been holding on to. I don't know if she's like really into the goth aesthetic or pastel goth aesthetic. Oh, my nose is so runny because there's something in my eye. I'm not sure if she's into the pastel goth aesthetic. I just know that she likes the stars and the hearts. And this has a little bit of stars on it. It's purple and it has a little bit of pink on it, just like what she's like the colorways that she went with. So I was like, oh, maybe she'll enjoy it. So I put this in here. And I also wrote a little thank you note to her, basically saying thank you for supporting me again, because she did purchase from me twice now. and I added a couple goodies in there. And I wrote this note before she responded to me on Etsy, and I'll respond to her as soon as I get home. I said that I don't know if she crochets or not, and because Etsy doesn't allow returns on digital downloads, and also it's a digital download, so maybe she could just gift it to somebody else in her life that crochets. I'm okay with that, honestly and truly. Crochet patterns are one of those, like, I'd love to sell my patterns. I'm not trying to maximize sales on it. I'm just trying to, like, get patterns out there and make a little bit of money off of it, you know, like, to pay me back for all the work that I've done and all that jazz. Anyways, because I feel bad that she most likely didn't crochet and she doesn't. That's another reason why I put those items in there. And I said, if you do decide to crochet, feel free to message me with questions about the pattern. Thank you again. So if she does pick up hooks, I'm not trying to offer tutoring services to her, but I will try to offer a service that will, like, help her if she has any questions, because it's a relatively easy pattern. It's double crochet and chains, and then it's also crocheting into row before. But that's probably the hardest part. I did have to help one of my mutuals on TikTok, actually. I think my pattern is the first that they ever purchased, and I did help them through that. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I'm pretty proud of them because it turned out really, really good. But yeah, I put it in this pretty little cardboard paper, and I'm going to stick it in here, and we're going to get this all packaged up. Go to UPS. I have to bring 2 forms of identification because it's not really like a post office or like a PO box. It's a digital mailbox, which links to your mailbox, but doesn't give out your actual address. And that's what I'm really, like, interested in, because I have sent out 2 packages. One of them is trades to Erie Knots. We're pretty good friends at this point, so I wouldn't call her a stranger. And then one of them was to a mutual who I wouldn't consider, like, a close friend or anything. I just know them, and we've talked a couple of times, so I didn't feel too opposed to sending them my address. However, I would like to not do that again, especially locally, because, like, they're not local. They're South Florida, but still, like, they can get my actual address and drive here, and I don't want that situation. It's not that I don't trust them. It's just that I'm very paranoid, and I feel like it's better to be safe than sorry. I don't even talk about the city I live in. Like, I say I live in the Orlando area, and that's the most I'll say about that. So anyways, let me get this all packaged up and head out. Okay, like $1 million later, we have a UPS virtual mailbox. So, like, it might have been cheaper to do a PO box. I don't know. It's fine. Like, I think I can still ship out from UPS, but have the USPS, or no, ship out from USPS, but have the UPS address. I don't know. I gotta look into it. But that was expensive. The package itself was $14 something to send, and the mailbox was $116 something to set up. It was a $25 startup fee. So I did ask, and I don't know if he entirely understood my question, but I'm sure he did. But, like, also, it was a very, like, awkward interaction, because I don't know. Every time I have an interaction with a person in general, it's very awkward. But I think if the time lapses where I don't renew, but I renew, like, a couple months down the road, it won't have that $25 startup fee again. So hopefully I'll make enough sales where the startup fee won't be as bad, or the fee in general won't be as bad, because, like, $15 to send out 2 items that are priced out at $15. Well, I did add extra stuff in there, to be fair, but it's a little pricey. But this is what I gotta do. I've got to slowly send myself some money. I think after I purchase this eyeliner, I will make it a no spend. I'm not going to buy a new pop socket yet. I'm going to do my best to not bring the receiver from my mic anywhere so that I don't have to repurchase another mic set. Maybe I'll ask my husband for help on the yarn that I have in my cart, because I'm not sure how much longer Bernat Baby Velvet is going to be made, and I'd rather have it than not have it, you know. But the pop sockets, I'll just leave it for now until like a month or two from now, because that's expensive. Anyways, I'm gonna go into Ulta, buy eyeliner, and that's it. Okay, so no luck. Well, I did have luck. I found the eyeliner that I use. However, it's $10 here, whereas online I could do a deal and get it free shipped. So I'm just gonna do that for like $18. I'd rather do that because I will go through those eyeliners. So I'm gonna buy that when I get home. And also I'm going to stop by BJ's, because last night it took me a good 30 minutes to figure out what to eat because I didn't have any protein in my house, and I didn't want to eat more noodles because it was too hot. But also that's literally all I have. So I'm going to see if there's like any like small protein things I could purchase. I don't know. The protein I eat is fish and broccoli. I have a membership for BJ's. I might as well use it. Oh, I also forgot to mention there was like somebody that was walking over to like Marshall's, I think, and they were dressed in a Team Rocket outfit. They were dressed as Jesse, or no, James. They were dressed up as James, and I was like, ah, so cool. Like, and they were like, Collecticon? I'm like, what? Are you going to Collecticon? And I was like, no, I didn't even know it was happening. Where is it? And they're like, Orlando. You're just dressed up because you're cool? And I'm like, yeah. Somebody thinks I look cool. They had a little kid with them too, dressed up as Ash, and it was so cute. I think I heard about Collecticon, but like, I think it's more Collecticon. So that's why I didn't go or think about going, but I hope they have fun. I didn't see Jesse. I saw James and Ash. So anyways, I'm in the parking lot for BJ's. It's Saturday. It's 11 p.m. or a.m. I had a little bit of anxiety at, what's it called? Marshall, because I walked to Marshall's just to look, to see, because some people were saying there's Summerween. I didn't see Summerween. I just wanted to look at it. I'm not having a good time. I'm just gonna drive home. I am home now. I put my jacket on because I'm cold, and on top of that, the top I was wearing, the little that thing, bolero. It's tight on me and it was uncomfortable, so I was like, I want to wear loose fitting clothes if I'm gonna have to wear this jumper I mean, I don't have to wear it for the rest of the day, but like, also I think I want to do an hour long of like just crochet and listen to music, because I haven't done like a crochet ambience video in a while. Plus, like, I want to share music. At the end of the day, that's my end goal. Well, okay, I have so many end goals, but it's my special interest, and I love sharing music. I love getting people onto artists that they might not know. I'm a small artist, so in a way, I understand what it's like to be a small musician. So anyways, all besides the point. I looked it up online to see like the estimates for mail service. USPS at 2.6 ounces, because that's how much it weighed, is about $8.05. Whereas with UPS, it was $14.34. And because I do have an address for my USPS thing, and I will be keeping this, I think I can ship it. If not, then I'll figure it out. I don't know. But the thing with the USPS is that if you do the private whatever through them, you can only accept packages through USPS, whereas UPS, you can do it through whatever. I do need to look it up on my email address. I bet you the address is in my email. If I have that in there, then I'm going to ship everything out through USPS. That way I can like kind of balance it out and still support the US Postal Services. As I said earlier, they keep on getting cut, and there's so many reasons why, but I'm not going to get into that. But they deserve to be paid and not be cut, because it is a civil service. Going back to like the packaging thing, I did a 3-month trial. If you're interested in it, there's 3, 6, and 9 month. I think the 6 month, or was it 9 month? I don't know. It was $127, but I was not ready to pay that much money on top of the $25 fee and then like all the taxes and all that. I will be having to save a lot of money just to balance that out, because I think another bill just came out and I'm not in a good spot right now. I mean, I have my money from previous markets that are to pay current markets. Also, the package I sent out did not have a shipping fee because I took off the shipping fee for them because they were local and they wished they had bought more, and then they helped encourage me to get more stuff online. I thought that was a simple service for them. And on top of that, I did add extra stuff in there, which I kind of plan on continuing adding extra stuff as long as it warrants. Like if they have a bigger purchase, then I'll do a little smaller item in there, like a little grab bag thing, but like still in the realm of like accessories, not like stickers or anything. Cause I don't really, I'm not the type of person that likes to give out stickers because I have sticker anxiety. And I know there's a lot of other people out there that have sticker anxiety. If I were to do stickers, I'd want it to be my own art and not some art I found online from like Temu or something. I just feel really bad about that. I'm kind of a big advocate of anti-consumption unless necessary. And like, although I do make clothing, one of the reasons why I feel okay with making clothing is because people always need to be clothed. And that's one of the reasons why I got into gardening, is because people always need to eat. They don't have to be fashionable about it. And that's why I kind of keep my prices lower. But also, anyways, all besides the point. Like I said, I did the business PO box. So also, you could do a business PO box or you could do a personal PO box, virtual address. I believe that's what it's called. That if you do personal, it was $66. However, if it wasn't addressed to you directly, then it wouldn't like be accepted, if that makes sense. So I'm treating it like a PO box. I think that's basically what it is a PO box, except for like it's a very small one, so you can only accept like 2 or 3 packages at a time. So you have to like rapidly grab it. You can do mail there too if you need to. I don't believe that I'm going to have things mailed back to me, but I just wanted an address that didn't belong to my actual house address so that I could just, feel relatively safe about that. So like I said, if it were addressed to my PO box or my virtual email or virtual mailbox, then it would accept any package. Whereas if it was a personal mailbox, then if it was like addressed to the Kauai Eldritch as opposed to my actual name, then it wouldn't accept it at all. Okay. It was a very easy process. It took a little while because they have to get your 2 forms of identification. They had to copy that, and then they have to get your phone number, they have to get your email address, and they have to get your business name. He did spell my business name wrong, and I hope he remembers to change the name because I don't know entirely how that works. He said he'll get his manager to fix it. I'm like, okay, that's great. Whatever. He was very nice and walked me through it. Like I said, it was a very awkward interaction because I'm just an awkward person in general. It is what it is. But yeah, we did 3 months. If it lapses, then I still won't have to pay the $25 startup fee. But if this turns out to be a good thing for me and I do continue to get orders in, then I will elongate and do the higher one, because it works out to where if you pay for more months, then it is cheaper. It's a bigger like down payment, but it's cheaper in the long run, if that makes sense. I just wanted to kind of explain that and how that works out. As I said, I will probably still mail stuff out through USPS just because it's cheaper that way. $8.05 is the estimated price. Click and Ship says $5.58. I'm not entirely sure what that means. And I know there's like a thing where you can print out like shipping labels at home. I don't have that capability right now. And I'm sure it's a little bit cheaper if I do that, because I think what happened is that the shipping label being printed did give it a little bit more of a price. I'm not entirely sure. It just says ground residential 1 at $14.34, which is way more than $8.05, which is also way more than I was expecting to pay to ship this out. But I'm glad that I got the personal virtual mailbox set up, because that's really, really important to me that people don't know my address. And I hope that me saying that so many times in this video doesn't trigger anybody to do that. Please don't. I'm a very sensitive baby. All right, I'm gonna email or message everybody back. I just put up my video or the short of the strawberry beret, this little guy right here, and I'm very, very happy with how the video came out. I'm really enjoying taking longer on the editing process, because now I don't feel, I've never really felt rushed. When I do, I just stop posting, and that's always been my case. But now I feel like I can do a little bit of extra like thinking behind the scenes and be like, okay, so I think this would look good here. If I re-recorded this would look good here, you know, instead of like rushing and trying to get it out as soon as possible. I like that. All right, breakfast, dinner, brunch time. I'm gonna get some stuff done. Good evening. I ended up taking a nap. Can you tell? I am currently eating some steamed dumplings because, well, they're microwave steamed dumplings and they don't taste as great as real steamed dumplings. It's fine. It is what it is. However, I was watching a video before I took a nap from a knitting YouTuber, and they were talking about like alternative patterns that they found, like a dupe pattern-ish too, where you can use that technique from those dupe patterns on the alternative knitwear and not have to pay like $75, $85 for it. It had me thinking that I feel like I definitely overcharge on my defrosting Skelly shrugs, because the way that they were talking about some of the prices, especially the polyester pieces, which my pieces are polyester because that's what I can afford right now. They're like, oh, that's just way too expensive for something that's just non-renewable plastics. And I agree. And I think I'm going to knock my price down from 65 down to 55 again, because it doesn't sit right with me. First of all, that they didn't move. Second of all, that I charge 65. I know each sleeve takes about 3 hours, and the panels take about an hour and a half each, totaling up to 8 hours. No, what's 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. So, like, that's paying me less than minimum wage at the end of the day. However, I feel like there's so many advantages that I have as a crocheter to be able to just sit in front of my PC, sometimes gaming and watching something at the same time as I'm crocheting. And it's something that helps with my anxiety. So I'm going to knock those prices back down. I feel bad for charging that much in general, but it is what it is. We'll consider that a test run. I think a lot of people looked at it and they're like, yikes, which that is what it is. So I will be knocking that down. But before I go to the next market, I will remember that. Y'all remember that for me too. The next market's not until October, maybe. I'm going to try for some in like August, September time probably. But I need to work. Well, I don't need to. I really want to start working on these guys, the new like summer pattern. So my thought process is, hold on, let me attach you guys somewhere. Thought process. One long strip here, maybe. And then I kind of want to do like one strip down here in the diamond pattern. So if I do that, then I kind of want to do like a circular hood. Like also, I don't really like that idea either. I kind of want to just do like a regular hood. And then if I do this, then I kind of want to do like stripes of the diamond pattern, which that's going to be annoying too. So maybe I just do one strip here, and then I'll do like here, I can do up and down for the diamond stitch. I could probably try to draw it out. Maybe I'll do that before I really like settle on what I want. Ooh, there's some thunder outside, which means we get rain, but I just watered my plants, so you know, whatever. While I've been watching Lagundo and doing, what is it? Not Saturday Night Gaslight. What is it called? Blood on the Clock Tower, because I've been obsessed with watching gameplays of that, specifically the Vampires SMP players, because it's a social deduction game. I'm terrible at that. I'm really bad at reading, like, I don't think I'm terrible at facial like recognition stuff. Like
getting, I don't know. I know when people are mad at me and when people want me to shut up, but also I'm really bad at knowing when somebody's lying because I just assume the best out of everybody. It's just kind of my whole life. I wanted to get really good at LA Noir. Love the aesthetic. Could not get past any of the stories. Whatever. It's fine. None of this matters. I was working on that one bandana, right, for the Destiny Bond. But now my nails are long enough where I can like stick my fingernail into this little thing and help encourage into the eye of the needle to help encourage the yarn to go through because bamboo yarn splits quite a bit. But now we have 4 Destiny Bond bandana bases done. So I think I actually want to start working on getting the chains on there before I start working on the design of the whatever I'm going to call the bamboo yarn shrug. I think I'm pretty well set on doing the diamond stitch pattern this way, diamond stitch pattern this way, and then I think what I want to do is not quite a 5-chain V stitch. Yeah. You start off with a 5-chain V stitch, but you just continue crocheting into that. So it kind of makes like a thick V, and then you do like a row of double crochets or something. I don't know. That part I'll have to think about, but that's what it's going to be, this piece, the bodice piece, and then the in-between piece, I think. I'm pretty sure I want like a eraser kind of style where I do the diamond stitch and then here. I just want something with like more gaps in it so I can get more airflow, but still cover my body from sun. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm having my pre-bed ice cream and I was scrolling through Reddit r/knitting and somebody uploaded that they had recently received a bunch of paperback knitting patterns, and it's from my favorite time period, the 1940s, like early 1940s, late 1930s time period. There were a couple that were a little bit later than that, so I believe that this may have been passed down from a family member, and that family member knitted up until their death. But this is really exciting. They seem very, very keen on like scanning them and uploading them so that somebody in the Ravelry or archives this whatever, they can take care of it. I'm so excited. I think I'm this year going to start learning how to knit 1940s jumpers because I've always been interested. It's just so hot here. However, if I can do it out of cotton or like something thinner, because like I could do it out of acrylic, but like it's so hot here in Florida, but I do plan on moving out of the state relatively soon. So if I can start like just getting the ball rolling on that, I think it'd be extremely beneficial for me. And I really, really hope that I can make my first fitted 1940s jumper this year. Oh my God, that would be so cute. Also, by the way, I did just finish recording like an hour plus session of me just finishing up some crafting. Kind of, I did the chains on the Destiny Bond bandanas and then I did some sewing up. I do plan on uploading a video tomorrow, which will be way before this. Well, I say way before, 3 days before this, or 4 days before this is uploaded. And I'm kind of hoping to get that as like a steady, what do I do on Friday, or yeah, Saturday, Monday kind of thing. Sunday I can record, Monday I can, edit and post. And then Wednesday I can kind of relax or do whatever I deem as fun. Because I feel like one of my issues is that I'm not very organized as a person, and there's so many reasons why I'm not. But I kind of want to have like one kind of organized thing because I do miss uploading short form videos. Like that is something that I did really enjoy doing. I've done it since 2020 basically, and I'm pretty sad that I'm not really doing it that often anymore. Lately, I've just been doing outfit of the day posts on my TikTok, and it's no editing to it. So I do miss the editing portion of it. So I think this will help like me get not into editing, because like I do know kind of how to edit, like, I know what I want to cut out and what I don't want to keep in. And I know how to put music on my things. And I like to share music. I already talked about this, but I like sharing music. And that's what I want to do with this series, I guess. It's not really a series. It's literally just me posting me crafting with music in the background. So I think that will help my mental health a lot more, because my mental health isn't doing the best right now. Good afternoon, everybody. Yesterday, I came home and I was very, very sad, because that's just how depression works. Well, I'm a little bit better now, but I'm still like, I'm in burnout from my job. I usually go into work to turn brain off, do work, go home, don't think about work. But lately I've been doing a lot of thinking at work and I just don't enjoy it. So I'm working on my way of getting out of there whenever I can, which unfortunately means I can't call out when I'm burned out. It is what it is. Anyways, I'm currently in the process of doing my craft with me and listen to music video, but also I'm going to be working on actually crafting while I'm editing that. So this is what I was working on last night, kind of, before I was like, I'm too sad, I can't do anything anymore. This is the start of my new shrug. You guys can't really see the pattern, but I think what I'm going to do, like I was talking about, make this the racer side. I don't know if that's how you call it, because there's like racer back bras, and then I don't know, it just reminds me of racing jackets. So this is going to be down this side, and then I'm thinking of doing like netting mesh something to around the rest of it, because I don't know how much yarn this is going to take. And then on top of that, I might want to switch colors, and I'm not sure if I still want to do the hood or not. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe I make it a separate hood, or maybe I just make a bandana that matches it, which I definitely can. I have plenty of yarn, I believe. I have 6 skeins of this Trubu mulberry, mahogany, something with an M, mulberry. And this is like, you can't really see how much I've used, but it's squishy now. So that's pretty promising. Like I said, I want to kind of do different colors. I might either knit or I'll do crochet in a much bigger hook, because I do have a really big knitting needles up there on my shelving that I might use. It really depends on what it looks like. Knitting takes way less yarn though. Whatever it's going to be, I'll let you guys know. I'll update you guys as I'm working on it. I'm also kind of thinking of making a crop top, because I was just watching Prickly Alpaca and she is really into crochet right now, or at least that video seemed like she was, and she's really into the crop top thing. I've never been into like the triangle bra thing, because I'm busty, and like being busty means I can't wear clothing like that with like the one strap. However, I'm also an artist and I know how to work myself out of that, if that makes sense. I know how to work yarn in a way that I can fit my measurements. I've always been interested in sweetheart necklines. That's kind of one of my favorite sewing motifs when it comes to just clothing in general. So I might try to do something with sweetheart neckline. I also am thinking about making the end of this into a lace pattern, which I did on my Sero Stratus top, and I don't feel like grabbing it right now, but it's a really pretty lace pattern. If I get to that point, I'll show you guys what I mean, and I'll probably actually take apart some of my Sero Stratus tops. It was a pattern I was doing for a pattern testing that ended up being null and void because only 1.5 people finished it. So that being the case, I'm not really interested in posting it anymore. And this is another reason why at my market booth, I was doing measurements, is because I don't want to go through the pattern testing process ever again. I just think it really sucks when I'm hard to communicate with in the first place, my own problem, but also when I struggle holding people accountable, you know? So anyways, all besides the point, that's what I'm working on right now. Yes. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I updated my Etsy shop. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free. But I have now the fruit basket, beret, and bow. I didn't want to wait until I got all of them done because, like, I don't feel like working on more
shapes right now. I just want to work on this, but I really wanted to show everybody what I had worked on. So that's why I posted it now. And then like eventually I'll do like lemons and oranges and pumpkins. I'm just working on other projects right now. And then I also put my, what is it? This guy, my Destiny Bond bandana. This one's my own personal one. My nails grew in long enough that I can kind of work with it. So this one, I plan on doing like an outfit thing. I don't know if I want to do it today or not because like my hair's too long and I'm getting kind of overwhelmed with it. And then on top of that, I just don't feel emotionally invested in getting dressed up anymore just because like I have so much depression right now. I have body dysmorphia and I'm really fighting my brain against that. It's really hard when all you see is thinspo. It's really, really hard. And I'm not seeking it by any means. It's just anytime there's recession or anytime that there's like some kind of change in Hollywood, it spreads like cancer. And I'm just really, really struggling through it right now. So that's part of why I'm depressed. But there's a lot of other reasons why I'm depressed, but that's a little inside. I'll try to be not as hard on myself, but no promises. I'm doing the best that I can with what little money I have to afford therapy. Yeah, we got the Destiny Bond bandana online. We've got the Strawberry Dreams portion of the fruit basket beret and bow set online. And then we also have the Halcyon bow online. So that one's a test run. It's only going to be up there until September because I only have one colorway of it right now and I don't see myself making more colorways. I feel like it's going to be a market only thing. I do really love the Dusty Rose and like I just don't feel like working on it that much right now. So if I do happen to work on it more, then I'll keep it up longer. And if it's popular enough with other people, then I'll make more, but I don't think it's going to be popular enough to sell on Etsy. Or if people favorite it enough, then maybe I will. But also from last week's vlog, or the last 2 weeks vlog rather, I did upload my star dangles and I uploaded the toxic slime one. I can't remember what I called it, to be honest. They're slime drip, the Melty Love bows. Hello, buddy. He knows that I'm sad, probably, because that video was very long and I doubt that many people made it all the way through. I just wanted to mention that again. So, all right. He's telling me it's time to work. I took a little bit of a break to eat and then I started working on this. My fingers hurt. My fingers hurt. Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled lawn duty. It looks okay. Hold on. I'm about to prog it, so I'll show you guys what it looks like without. Actually, let me finish this row, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's on the loop. I'm not enjoying working with this, and I keep on dropping stitches because it's so much harder to work with. And I think I just want to use crochet hooks for this. This is what it looks like. There's something going on right here, and I don't know what that is. Probably a drop stitch, most likely. I kind of like how it's working up, but I don't like it enough to keep on working on it. It hurts my hands. And then on top of that, it's difficult to work with. It might be because it's bamboo as well, but these needles are just too big for me to work with. So I'm going to find one of my big old hooks. I think the biggest hook I have is a 10 millimeter. And I don't have one down here right now. Let me go grab it. This one's an 8 millimeter. This one's from Clover. This one's a 7 millimeter. This one's from Prim. And unfortunately, this just says 0. So I think this is a 10. I'm going to go ahead and use this. I believe this is also, yeah, it says Prim. I don't use big hooks very often. I only use them when a pattern calls for them. And only once did I work on a pattern that calls for one of these big sized hooks. So, well, actually, I was trying with when I first started getting back into crochet to make amigurumi. That is not my thing, not my calling. But I have these left over because I'm not just going to get rid of them. They're part of my collection. So we're going to frog this, go back, figure out what I need to do, and then get going. I did bring my bobby pins over. It's in a little Joanna Parker mug thing, sugar holder. I don't know. I never use my coffee cups they just end up being holders for things. Very expensive way to hold stuff, but not the point. I got about this far in it. Which side has a pattern? This side. This is the pattern size. So I got this far in it, and that's not quite long enough because I think I want it to cover my hand. That's just the type of person I am. Plus, since I'm going to switch over to the hook, I'm going to know how to expand on my pattern, if that makes sense. Increase. No, I'm going to know how to do increases. I might go back in and make it 2-layered and then just make the increases within the chains. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I don't know how else I want to make it look. I know for sure this is what I want, and I want it to be airy. That's all I know. I don't want to do a V chain stitch because that takes work, and I honestly don't want to be thinking too much. That itself is a good, like, hey, my brain needs something to stimulate itself to stop thinking about all the bad things that are going on in life, because it's not too much counting, but just enough where you have to kind of pay attention, because it's a lot of front post, back post stuff. Like on the edges, I'll show you. I think you guys probably have seen this before, but on the edges, one before the end, it's a regular double crochet, but this is a back post, front post thing going on. So you don't really have to think about that. And then you have one more. So you have 4 on each side for it to dedicate to this pattern. And then in the middle here, I believe I made 9. Yes, 9 in the middle. So you kind of have to be like, okay, so 4, 4, and then you go in increments of like 4, 3, 2, 1, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't make sense because I'm not really explaining the pattern at all, but you do have to do some counting, which is good for my brain right now. So let's frog this, and then I'll show you guys the update of what this sleeve thing is doing. Good morning. I am not doing well mentally still. Last night I cried quite a bit, and I had to talk it out with my husband, and I feel a little bit better. I ended up calling out of work because I just don't think my brain can do it. I have a game plan of possibly talking to my management and being like, hey, is there any way for me to be like force transferred out of here or not doing the job that I normally do, because things keep on changing and my brain cannot handle it anymore. And I'm making this a worse workplace because of how poorly my brain is handling this. And I don't want to be the guy that makes the job worse, you know? Now that I have a cooler head on my shoulders, I know what exactly is going on and what I need to say, because I needed to take a couple of days off and be like, this isn't working. So anyways, I got some more work done. We've got this little guy all the way down. I think it's just too short. I'm glad I got as much work on it done as I did, but I think what I need to do is add some embellishments to help weigh it down. So let me go grab the lace work that I was talking about yesterday that I wanted to add to it. Give me 1 second. I have all 3 of these. I actually have a 4th one somewhere else. This was something that I really, really enjoyed making. However, this is the pattern test that never made it out of the pattern testing phase because only 2 people finished it. I really love this lace. This is a lace that I kind of like, I took inspiration from something on Xiaohongshu, Red Note. I did change it up a bit, not too much, but just enough where I can be like, okay, this is a different pattern. And this was just like something I really, really wanted to get out to the world, because I don't really like this. Like, I do love it. I might still sell it. Let me put it on real quick. This is what it looks like. This is how it was to be worn, except for with like, not this. It was just too big here. And the issue is you have to have like a certain amount of chains to make it work properly. And then this was too big. You can see that I'm struggling with it right now. This is just, it's pretty. It's very, very pretty, but it just doesn't fit the way I want it to. And it's already coming apart because it's bamboo yarn. So that being the case, I think what I want to do is continue taking this apart, recycle these, because although I really, really, really love them, they just don't fit. And to be fair to the pattern testers, even if they were to finish it, it ended up being too big. One of the pattern testers, it looked like it fit her perfectly. The other one I didn't see the try on for. It just doesn't work. It's too big because of the stretch. This isn't even the worst one, but you can kind of see right here. It's not shaped at all. And I want to be better about shaping my products if I'm going to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is take this sample and then just crochet it onto the bottom instead of trying to sew it on, because I think that's what I really need to do. All right. If this works out well, then I will probably take this one apart first because I love these two colors together, and then work on this one because I think these are both bamboo. This one might be cotton, but this is definitely bamboo. The purple is cotton, and this is bamboo, and this is all bamboo. This is the first one I made, and this one is just really cute. I'm probably going to keep this one, honestly, because it was the first one, because it's already a recycled project that I had done. The first one iteration of this was this, like, as a tube. It was when I first got back into crochet. I did a bunch of like bobble and puff stitches to make it into clouds in here, and I didn't do really good with consistent what's it called, increases, decreases. I just did it, and it looked good for what it was. And then the sleeves were all puff stitches, and I don't know, it didn't do the job it needed to do, because it was just a random thing. So anyways, I'm going to figure out how I did this, and then I will crochet it on. A little bit of news on the Let's Craft and Listen to Music video. I didn't change the name. I need to change the name. I'm going to call it Crafting and Listening to Music instead of Let's Craft, because I think that's kind of, I don't know. I already have a series that says Let's Craft or Let's Play and Crochet, which I think I'm going to change the name of that as well, because I am probably going to knit more. Let's knit and crochet, or let's play and knit. I don't know. It's going to be a while before I get back into that series. However, the reason why I got back on here was to let you guys know that it didn't upload yesterday, and what I had planned with the description and all that, well, it got deleted. So it's uploading right now, and it's currently at 54%. And I think I know what the issue was. I deleted the base video before it went through the processing portion of it. And because I did that, I wasn't able to get everything through. And I forgot to copy and paste the description. I did make a new playlist. It's not going to go in the crochet ambience. I did describe or put this in the description box, but I am kind of pseudo retiring the crochet ambience videos unless I feel so compelled to. In the original description, I mentioned that it's getting too expensive for me to leave the house, and it's too hot, second of all, to be wanting to do that outside the house. I have a couple locations in mind that I might start bringing my crafting to, that's close to work, where I don't have to sit outside or go outside very far to get done. I also have a couple other thought processes. Today probably would have been one of those days where I would have went to that location or went to H Mart, because today is Tuesday, and I can't. There's so many reasons why my job sucks, and I don't want to keep on beating the dead horse. Y'all know I hate my job, and there's not much I can do because the economy sucks. There's no job openings, and even if there were job openings, they wouldn't pay as much money as my current job does. That being said, I just can't afford to do the crochet ambience videos much anymore, especially just in general. So anyways, all that to say, these new crafting and listening to music videos are going to be hour plus long videos of where I just sit at my desk or wherever I plan on sitting, and I have the camera focused on my hands-ish, the craft itself, and not the ambience on the other side. Because like, while I do enjoy those kinds of videos, I kind of only enjoy them at night when I'm about to fall asleep, and then we turn on YouTube to just have that ambience in the background. And I might do it still occasionally, but I prefer more to share music. And because I haven't been able to go outside very often and share music with my outfit videos or my finished whips videos, I think this is my answer to that. And I've stated this before, but I don't see myself becoming a popular YouTuber. Here's another reason why I cried last night. I don't think I'm getting anywhere in life when it comes to digital uploads. I've been uploading almost consistently since 2020, and I've been online since at least 2008. I know for sure I've been online since 2001, but I've started uploading videos on YouTube itself. I don't have that account anymore, but my first upload to YouTube was like 2008, 2007 maybe. And I don't have it in me to do highly edited videos. That is not who I am as a person. I don't have it in me to find royalty-free music. I really actually don't like royalty-free music, and it's really hard for me to find any good royalty-free music that's not lo-fi or like, I don't know what everybody else is using. If I'm going to edit something, I want something to be using normal music because I want to share artists that I love, because music is my special interest. And I think at this point I can kind of say that fashion is as well, but I don't quite believe that I can say that because I don't really understand construction as much because I don't have that knowledge in my brain. I know I'll get there. It'll take me longer to get there, but my brain doesn't work that way. It's just a way for me to share my special interests with other people and my hyperfixations. Like, I will say fashion may be a special interest of mine, but certain crafts within the fashion industry are my hyperfixations. So right now I'm back on crochet, but before I even started this channel, I was really, really into sewing. I think actually when I did start the channel, I was like on the ending of my sewing hyperfixation. That lasted a good like 4 years. Now all I want to do is crochet, and I know it's going to end. But luckily, I stay in the fashion realm when it comes to this. Music is one that I will never let go of. I will often jump different music styles. That one is harder for me to hyperfixate on one thing for a long time. I think the longest I've hyperfixated on a certain style of music, besides when I was not able to find music as readily as I can now, was probably 3 months, because I got into a huge VK phase right now. Well, and then I also got into a black metal phase, and I'm still kind of in the black metal phase right now, just because I was reignited with Rockville. Yeah, anyways, all that to say, I don't see myself making it big on any digital media. I might as well just use you guys as my therapist. I hate my job. I hate what's going on in the world. I hate the way that my body looks. I hate that no matter how hard I've worked, I just don't feel like I'm going anywhere. I feel like a burden to everybody. And like, you guys don't need to hear this, but like, also, I think it's kind of important to talk about your feelings. I'm not going to go deep diving into it, but yeah, that's where my brain is going right now and why I've been so struggling with my mental health. And if you guys also struggle with that, just know that you're not alone. We all deserve our peace, and we all deserve to know that it's going to get better. I need to know that it gets better. Like, I posted about this on TikTok, and I had quite a few people be like, I'm right there with you. And it's like, okay, I'm glad. There's a couple times where I even said to myself, and I hate that I said this, I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be alive. And I haven't had a feeling like that in a very, very long time. And I hate that I felt this way, but I think it's important to know when that's happening and to know, hey, you need to set things down and take a break and take a mental break and just walk away from what's stressing you out the most. Right now, my job is stressing me out the most, and I can't quite just step away from it. My husband is in a good place financially compared to me. I hate being a burden on him, but he understands that my mental health is so much worse than his, and he knows I'll bounce back. I don't want to feel like a mental burden to him, but we are financially able to handle this little hit of me calling out one time, because when I go back to work on Friday, I am going to go up to my leadership and be like, hey, I can no longer do this role. I know that I was very steady on this, but this is no longer something I can do. If there's a way for me to not do this role again for a very long time, I think I will be a happier person. I think y'all would be a happier people. Maybe, depending, because I know that I'm one of the stronger people on the current role that I am, but right now I cannot be that strong person. So if there's any way possible for me to no longer be the strong person on that role, I think I will be okay. Anyways, all that said, it's uploading now and it should be out soon, and I might make a community post about it. I do have it set to premiering, and I think that's what I want to continue doing in the future, is let it be a premiere where we kind of craft again together and then work on whatever we're working on. Because while I'm editing the video, I'm listening to the video again, and then I'm crocheting or whatever I'm doing, and then we'll do the instant premiere. That way, I can record the video and like edit before Monday. I think I like that idea. Okay, bye.
Guys, I think it's time for my annual haircut. Usually when I start having MNTBs, it's the first thing that I do is cut my hair. And, well, it's not the first thing that I do. It's something that I do when I am not feeling well mentally. And I know it's like a stereotype, but like, it's a real thing. So I'm gonna maybe do a little bit of hair cuttery here. We've got my trusty scissors. These are my thread cutting scissors. We got my Sharpie. We've got my sandwich bag. And the reason why I have those items is because I collect my hair. I know it sounds really weird, but like, you're tuned into a goth person. Like, that's what I am. This is from 2025. Usually what I do is I cut hair and then I don't know, big amount of hair goes in here. I don't put my bangs in here. You can tell well, you can't tell because you don't know how many years I've been collecting my hair. I think the earliest I'm seeing right now is 2021. What year is this one? 2020. I've been collecting my hair for 5 years. It's weird, I know, but like, there's also an art style with collecting hair. I'm probably not going to get into that art style. But anyways, let me go ahead and write 2026 on here. All right, we're going to start with my bangs first. Actually take out all of my hair and brush it. Yeah, very, very long hair. I'm kind of enjoying it, but I'm also having a mentee bee. So I really need to do something to make myself feel a little bit better. So my mantra when I cut my hair is whatever happens in the back is not my business, because I normally tie my hair up anyways, or I'm doing some styling to it where you can't really notice. And I usually am pretty good about like keeping it mostly even, but like not super duper even like I should. I don't know how to explain it. I do choppy layers, and it's not like a formulaic thing. I just do layers wherever I feel like doing layers. So I do the first cut and then I put it in the bag, and then the rest I just kind of figure it out from there. Maybe I should use hair ties. I think I want to go about this much. And I cut a little bit lower than that just in case I mess up, which happens pretty often. So let's go a little bit lower. If you cut down this way, it's going to make the back longer, which is kind of useful if you do vintage hairstyles. You want the U-shape horseshoe hair. I don't really like that style. I like to just let it fall where it falls, because my style of vintage has always been like the poor people style, because I am a poor people. I just go in, I just chop. Let's get some cutting ASMR. Ta-da! Normally my hair is a little bit cleaner when I do this too, but whatever. All right, same thing on the other side. 2 big pieces. In the bag it goes. And now I'm gonna get like a little plastic bag so I can cover my sink and then do some trimming. I guess I could do the little reveal. It doesn't look too bad. Honestly, it looks okay. I don't know what the back looks like. I might not even do that much trimming, to be honest. Yeah, I need some trimming. Like, you can see where there's like a pretty long piece back here. I don't know if you guys can actually see it, but we need to do some layers, and then we gotta go to the bangs. Actually, let me do the bangs first. Bangs are pretty easy. I always like grab some pieces, and then I twist, and then I pull or cut. Actually, do I want to keep my bangs going? I don't know. Okay, so I have some bang pieces that like don't really match up. Let me do a center part and then do the bangs. Okay, I think that's good. Looks pretty even. Oh, here. That looks pretty even, so I twist. I think I want to keep them a little bit longer, so I'm going to cut like near my glasses level. I'll hold it up here. That way it doesn't twist too far. Let's do it a little bit higher. All right, and then voila, bangs. They kind of give that little layered look because I always side part anyways. All right, we got bangs. Now we gotta do some layering in here. And normally I just go in and I just down. I don't really feel like it. It's not the worst, but my hair is really thick. Yeah, it's kind of the worst. Let me rebrush it. So I just kind of go in. And I just do that all around. So I'm going to continue doing this until I'm bored of it. So I like what's going on with here. Kind of like a wolf cut thing. So I'm going to try to keep my layers here to here. That's just kind of like how I like it sitting. It's looking good. Because I usually have my hair pretty voluminous anyways. This one's going to be a little bit harder to do because the flare goes out a little bit. But we'll figure it out. How uneven does that look? Whatever. Oop, hair. All right. I'm kind of bored of doing this, so this is what it looks like. Ta-da! What's it look like when it's up? Yeah, it looks fine. Honestly, I normally do a lot more of a big layer chop, but I'm liking what it looks like now. It might be because I did have it in a bun earlier, but it's fine. It's hot outside, so I'll probably end up cutting it one more time before summer is over, but it's probably just going to be like little trims here and there. But it looks fine. I'm okay with it. Let's see it one more time down. I should probably look at it when it's washed. I need to do my roots too. Might as well do that now. For bleach, I use just whatever this is. This is Perfect Blonde, coconut oil and keratin infused. It says Perfect Blonde. I don't know. My husband bought it because we both bleach our hair. I do it for him, but then we use a 30 volume because anything higher than that is actually not that good for your hair. And I just kind of like eyeball it because I've been bleaching and dyeing my hair since like, I don't know, 2011, maybe 2010. But like there was a period where I was going through a normie phase and I stopped doing it. And then I remembered I love bleaching my hair. I actually want to have purple hair again or pink, but I can't do that with my current job. So I think I put too much powder in. I'm going to take some out because I don't have that long hair anymore. And then I just, like I said, I eyeball it and then I mix. And then I have like this little, I don't know if we have any more. We probably don't. Oh yeah, we have this little Ion Color Brilliance thing. That's probably the last of it, but we're going to throw that in there too. Because it's supposed to help with like shininess or whatever, or smoothness. I don't freaking know. I was told that you're supposed to use it, so I do. All right, I'm going to mix it all together, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's not like runny, and it's just like picking up the powder. I might not have enough. I'm just going to do my roots for now. If I have enough, then I'll spread it out. That's what I normally do. If I have too much, then I'll spread it out, and it's not good for my hair. I used to be so bad with my hair when I was younger that it would like, it got so gummy one time that my hair fell out. So we're not doing that. But let me go ahead. Oh, well, I have my scissors here still. So I never do this evenly. So a lot of times I get like some strands in here, and honestly, it's not the worst. I did start with like 2 tiny strips in the front, and then eventually it turned out to be this big. So it is what it is, you know. I haven't gotten in trouble at work yet. You can see some brown strands in there still. And then up here you can see some blonde strands. And it's not the worst in the world, like I said. I'm very messy if you can't tell. I'm okay with being messy. Yeah, a little bit of brown in here, a little bit of blonde up there. That's all right. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. I got my gloves. We're going to start doing the bleaching process. Oh, also I have all these duckbill clips. Got 5 of them. All right. Roots are done. I'm going to go over them one more time, and then we'll do the outside because I have quite a bit left. Actually, we'll just redo the roots and then go over. That's what I normally do, actually. Ta-da! So we're going to sit like this for 30 minutes. I'm going to find something to do. Maybe clean up. Maybe make a story time. Last night I was thinking about this because like my brain goes into like the past whenever I'm really sad. And one of the past issues that I had was when I was best friends with this girl. I had been best friends with her since like, I don't know, 8th grade. So like 2005, 2004. And in like 2016, we both had like this huge Shakira phase, right? And Shakira was blonde. I loved doing my hair. I still love doing my hair, obviously, but I really, really loved her hair. And so did my then best friend. We decided it'd be really fun to bleach our hairs together. That's when she started dating this one guy. And that one guy was, I'm not a fan of him. They're married now. We're no longer best friends. All besides the point. He, when upon seeing her, said, I can't believe you didn't ask me before you did this. And that was a huge red flag to me. I'm like, why do you need to ask him? This is your hair. This is your body. We also did other things like get tattoos. I have this tattoo down here. I don't know if I can, this one right here. It says, Kyrie eleison mea maxima culpa. And it's a Hunchback of Notre Dame. Sorry, I don't really feel like bringing y'all down to it. But it's the scene where Quasimodo is reaching out to the smoke signal or whatever of Esmeralda because he's longing for her in a lustful way. And that scene is basically him being like, oh, she is the reason why I'm sinning and I have to have her or nobody else can or I'll be a sinner. Basically, that's what it is. Anyways, I got this tattoo. She got a Star Wars tattoo. Han shot first. I don't know. Somebody shot first. It's really important to her. We were both like, oh, we both work at Disney, so we might as well get our Disney tattoos because we were both into tattoos at the time. And he also got upset about that. So yeah, I've always been the friend that was a bad influence because I had also pierced my lip. You can still see it. Maybe not. There's a little pockmark right there because I pierced my own lip in biology class with a safety pin. I was bored. Typical ADHD thing, you know. I pierced my own lip, and I also started gauging my ears, and her mom didn't like me because of that. And like, I don't know, we weren't meant to be friends. Like, it was a formative time of my life. I think back on that friendship, and I'm like, dang, I wasted so much time on that friendship, yet I feel like I got nowhere out of it because like, the reason why our friendship broke up was because she ended up being extremely racist. And there's some things where I'm like, okay, I can see eye to eye with you. We can try to work things out. We don't agree in this way politically, but that's not something I can agree, like see eye to eye with. You cannot be racist around me. You cannot be misogynistic around me. And for that, maybe even misandrist. There's just some lines that I will not see eye to eye with you with. I'll try to be like, hey, what you're saying isn't okay. And then I'll just leave it at that. I might do a story time on that on TikTok because I've been doing more talking videos on TikTok because I don't have anything else to do. But also I keep on losing followers every time I do. So is my voice annoying?
I need to stop thinking like this. I have really bad like rejection sensitivity dysphoria, and that is what it is. Okay, let me stop talking to y'all. I did a little bit of trimming post shower, but here's what it looks like. Let me tilt you guys down a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty layered, pretty thinned out at the bottom. Not too much, but just enough for me to be able to handle it. I did trim in the back because it was uneven, and it's probably still uneven, but it's not as uneven. I feel like there's a big gap missing right here. I should probably, whatever. The back of my hair is not my business. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go grocery shopping because we haven't done that in weeks. And it's the only thing I can look forward to nowadays because everything is too expensive. All right, well, this is what sorry, there's things moving around in this household, but this is what the Destiny Bond bandana looks like on. Let me get you a little bit back shot. I hate that I said that. Here's Apollo. He's scared of everything, but this is cute. Finally get to wear my own. I haven't made one for myself yet. This is the first one I made for myself. We're gonna go to the grocery store, get some water, maybe some protein because I sure am lacking. Oh, here's the outfit. Just shorts, Rockwell t-shirt. I didn't make this. I got this in New Orleans. Nolans. And then this is the crochet choker that I tried to remake, but I just got frustrated and couldn't redo it. This one I got from Tokyo Shop, I think at MegaCon. And then, of course, the bandana. These are all me made. Basically, I have an MCR bracelet that I made for Rockville and didn't get to pass out because I got overwhelmed with the MCR crowd. These are beads, more beads. Yeah. All right, we're going to go on an adventure. Great news. Just got an update on my NASA order. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that I ordered something and then people bring it back up and I'm like, oh yeah! So it's coming. It's just really delayed because they were overwhelmed with how many people ordered something, which totally get it. I understand. I can't wait. I'm glad to support astronauts and their well-being because I'm sure there's people out there that would do the same for us. Not billionaires, though. Fuck them. But yeah, I'm so excited to get it in. By the way, my makeup's done because I downloaded or re-downloaded Final Fantasy XIV last night. Because there's a 3-day... Well, I thought it was supposed to be 14-day, but it says that I only have 3 days to play. Whatever, it's fine. I plan on doing my subscription again. I am going to do a Let's Play series because I deserve to have fun. And because I don't leave the house very often, it's one of those, like, maybe I'll get good at it this time around. So the last time I played it, it was with some friends from, like, overstates friends. I don't know how else to say. They're not from here. They're from Arkansas. And one of those friends actually live down here now. And the issue is... Sorry, I have a lot going on down here. So the issue was that they had a lot more time to play it, whereas my husband and I, we work in the tourism industry, and at the time that we were playing it, 2021, 2022, the tourism industry had a huge boom because people had a little bit of extra spending money. They were cooped up inside, so because they were cooped up inside, they had a little bit of extra money to spend for vacation stuff when things started opening up again. And then on top of that, I mean, a lot of people say that the refund money was good. It was only like $1,000 something. It wasn't that good. I don't know. It was just enough to hold me over for a couple bills, I think. And that's about it. I don't know. But anyways, all besides the point. We were really busy. We were making money. We were slammed. So all the friends that we had out in Arkansas that were playing it, they got really, really far. Like, I think they got up to Endwalker before my husband and I stopped playing. And we only played for about a year, probably less than that. And I played, so my husband played up until, like, the second expansion, I want to say. He had to, like, renew his account, or reactivate his account because of, like, he didn't buy the next expansion. I ended up buying it because I ended up playing a little bit longer than he did. But anyways, all besides the point, they got very, very far, and we felt very discouraged because everybody was having a grand old time, and we were just like, oh, we don't know what's going on, and we can't hang out with our friends, so we stopped playing. This time around,
my husband, and the friend that moved here from Arkansas, we're all planning on just taking it very slowly and just working it together. So I'm planning on playing a healer. My husband never plays DPS because he's usually the tank. He's going to play a DPS, and our friend is going to play a tank because he wants to try that out. And I think that's what's fun about it, playing with friends, is like we get to all play together, and like we're all trying to save money at the end of the day. My husband and I more so than our friend that just moved down here, because me and him are trying to move out of the state. And plus, like, gas is just expensive, and I just don't feel like it's worth leaving the house for right now. So anyways, all that to be said, I used to do a series, and I think I talked a little bit about this already or last week. I used to do a series called Let's Play and Crochet Infinity Nikki, and that series, I think, was really fun and beneficial for me. It didn't do well at all, which is fine. I don't really look for fame. I used to, and right now it really hurts my feelings when people unfollow me on TikTok, but I gotta be better about not looking at my page, just posting and then leaving the app, because at this point, I need better mind. I need a better mindset. I need to stop scrolling on TikTok. That's point and simple. I don't know, whatever. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to knit or crochet or whatever. So I might just call it Let's Play, and then sometimes occasionally I bring out my knitting stuff or my crochet stuff. Just cause like, I don't know, I did really like that series when I was doing the Let's Play and Crochet Infinity Nikki. And I think it's fun to connect with other people when it comes to gaming, because gaming has been a really important part of my life. I just don't do it as often because I don't really have friends to connect with that. Currently I do. I have my local friend group, so my husband and my friend that moved down here. I have a coworker, and then I have a couple people on YouTube that I do talk to frequently that do play as well. So anyways, all that being said, I think that's going to be really fun to do. So that's why I have my makeup done. I am not going to lie, I'm wearing the same shirt from yesterday, but nobody's going to know except for y'all because I just told y'all. Anyways, I'm going to go get that started. I'm all set up.
All right, folks, we're taking a teensy tiny break from gaming and gonna update you with everything that I worked on. Well, stuff that I've been working on. Just now, I bound off whatever it's called, this portion. So the thing is, I want to do here, it's not even at all, and it's not the prettiest, but I did what I could, and it's gonna be one of those pieces that I'm like, oh yeah, I made something, but I'll get better as I go, right? This is the top portion right here. And then I have the other piece, well, one other piece. This is the strap piece, right? I've shown you guys this quite a few times. This guy. So the plan is to have him like this. It's really hard to show what I'm trying to do. Have him like this on the top, and then have this sewn on right here, like attach it to the thing right here. I don't really know how else to explain it, but yeah, this is going to be attached to this shoulder piece, and then we're going to work on some more of this. This one's kind of annoying to work with because I'm using the 10mm hook. I did show you guys what it looked like before, and I really didn't like it. So this is going to be the rest of the hello, sir. But this is going to be the other part of the arm. So, like, underneath, right? This is so hard to show when I don't have pictures. Underneath, so it's going to be pretty big, and then it's going to have this on top. The hood, I'm still not quite sure how I want to do that yet, but it is in progress. Well, it's not in progress yet, but I haven't cut this one off yet because I'm like, I don't know exactly what I want to do quite yet. I know I'm saying yet a lot, but it's a lot. I'm gonna start casting on another one of these. This is a row of 70. I think I dropped quite a few stitches in here, which honestly, it's fine. It's gonna be one of those that I come back to and I just take it apart, maybe, or I put it in a shadow box and be like, this was my very first knitted, like, actual wearable. I mean, I made the scarf, and that's technically a wearable, but it's like not wearable clothing, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna cast on another one. Yeah, you can see right here where I definitely dropped stitches. But honestly, that too, in and of itself, is a sign of my punk roots, where I'm just like working on things and hoping for the best. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be the front. It's very light, it's very soft, and I really, really, really like it. I saw somebody else use Loops and Threads Silky Soft on this recently, and oh well, not on this, but they made something from a really big creator, a knit artist, whatever, pattern maker. And I want to one day get into cabling so I can do that. This is going to be close to cabling for me, where I crochet the cables and then I just knit this up. And I think it's really fun mixing the little medias together, because I don't know, it's just interesting for me. So I got to remember how many rows I did. It's not going to look the same, but it is what it is. We're trying something new. We're doing something different. Also, I think once I get around to sewing everything on, because I'm going to do a lot of sewing, I'm probably going to do like slip stitch attaching everything. That's just because like it's the easiest way for me to do this. Because like, I'm going to be so honest, this is so slippery, and it's one of the reasons why I couldn't do the 11 millimeter, whatever the needles, I think it was 11 millimeter. I couldn't, or 14, whatever that size was. It's one of the reasons why I had a lot of difficulty, because it kept on slipping everywhere. And it's one of the reasons why I dropped so many stitches. I didn't drop this many stitches at all on the acrylic, but this is a learning process. I will be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything's daijoubu. You guys know that I'm on Reddit quite a bit. And one of the subreddits that I keep on seeing is Girl Dinner Diaries. And it's just people posting their food, their dinner, but also they're titling it why they're eating what they're eating. And a lot of times the dinner isn't really like savory dinner. It's just a mix of things. Like yesterday, I think I saw a pizza roll salad. I don't remember what the title of that was, but definitely was a struggle meal. This one I'm looking at right now says, I called child services on my sister after she didn't answer the door. Very interesting subreddit. And if you're looking to delve into other people's lives or listen to stories and give advice or listen whatever, that's there. Just saying. I'm trying to be better, and I'm going to try to make this pretty short. We are at the end of the video where I tell you guys everything that we worked on this week. I did upload quite a few new items into my shop. You guys can go ahead and check my Etsy for that. It's just bandanas and berets. They're all on there. But speaking of berets, one of the berets I finished, I've got 4 different ones of these, or 5 actually. We've got the Destiny Bond bandanas, and I'm very, very proud of these, and I hope that these are received very well. I won't lie, they're not doing well on TikTok and Instagram. They're kind of doing okay, because I decided to post some of my makes on Instagram now. It's just, my self-esteem is very low, but I'll work through it. We'll be fine. So this is one of the things. Let's go to the other room to show you guys the other things that we worked on. And a lot of this we worked on live, not live, whatever. This baggie is full of all of my Strawberry Dreams beret stuff, also uploaded. I uploaded them all. I didn't finish them all, but we worked some of this on the Let's Listen to Music and Craft vlog, whatever. We got quite a few strawberries done. We have, I think, yeah, all the seeds are done on these. I've got to finish them. For now, we don't have any of the, well, some of them have the little green leafy parts on it, but they're not completely ready. But those are something super simple that I can do made to order if need be. I think I might work on it soon, but right now I've been like fixated on my current project, and that is my summer bolero top. I don't have a name for it yet because it's not done, but it'll come to me when it's finished. We have one knitted side, which I showed you guys already. That's part of the front bodice. I think I'm going to put it on the back because there's a lot of drop stitches in there. And then we have the back side. Hello. Oh, there's drop stitches in this one too, so who knows where I'm going to put them. Actually, this is the one I think I want to put them on the back because the tail is much longer. Knit 1, knit 2. These ones are done. And then I have right here the stripe that's going to go on top of the shoulders. If I can get it untangled. This is going to go on top of the shoulders. You can see the diamond stitch pattern. Really lovely. And then we have finished one sleeve. And I will say this is a little bit hard to work on because it is a much bigger hook than I'm used to, and I'm having to use knife grip. And I'm not a knife grip person, but I'm learning how to do it. It's kind of like being ambidextrous. So this is done. I just got to sew these two sides together and then like get measurements and all that. I like where it's going right now, and I can't wait to show you guys how it looks once it's done. Also, we will cut my hair, which I don't think that would count as crafting, but we cut and bleached my hair. And we also got a Let's Craft and Listen to Music video up. And I started the recording process of doing my new series of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, starting all the way from the beginning. And I know that it's a very different thing. And I know that the algorithms aren't going to enjoy that I like to move stuff around and do very different things. But at this point, I really am trying to fight through the depression of not having anybody to show off to. Like, there's a few people there that are supportive of me, and I really, really thank you so much for being supportive of me, despite my, lack of better terms, ADHD. I am very grateful that for the people that stick through it, despite that my everything is everywhere and I can't stick to one concrete idea and it's never going to happen. I mentally cannot be that person. So I'm trying to work through that without feeling bad about myself. And that's why this is happening. So if you guys enjoy watching that kind of stuff, feel free to chime in on those things. Like I said, it's going to be Let's Craft and Listen to Music. And then there's going to be the Let's Play for, not Let's Craft, crafting and listening to music, then Let's Play. I know for sure the crafting and listening to music is going to be a weekly constant. The Let's Play is going to be something that I upload whenever I feel like it, because it's my way of keeping myself indoors and not spending money. And I think that's beneficial. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to get my makeup on, change out of this shirt, and do another playthrough. Thank you so much again for anybody who made it through this. Thank you so much for everybody that supported me despite all my depression and my neurodiverse tendencies. All right, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.